You guys doing NoFap day 2 of 90, and it's about it's been I think the last few weeks I've been relapsing on day 2. So I think I relapsed on day 3. This is man, I didn't relapse so many times I forgot exactly the relapses, but who cares? We're about to be on day 2, so that's pretty good. It's been no urges for any day as opposed to like last week and the week before and the week before that. Like whenever ever since I relapsed on day 9, I've been getting like serious urges on like day 2, and I just give in to them easily. But now I feel like I'm ready to go for another long streak. But what happened? What did I do today? I have a um I have a test actually in accounting class on Thursday. So pretty much all I did today was study. But let me read the comments really quickly so I can talk to you guys about my first approach when talking to a girl. Uh, um, Johnny St. Louis, uh, Cardi, I want to keep it real. I've been struggling too, brother. October 14th is going to be day 1 for me. Take the chaser effect as well. That is definitely true. I know you was on like day 120 something. Once you relapse after a long streak, um, that next, cause it pretty much I think like I would say like 80 to 90% of people probably binge after the initial, or they at least fat one more time after the initial relapse. And that's for that next day you get the crazy urges, and it's so easy for you to relapse then, because your mind is you're so disappointed that you relapse anyway that it's like, I don't care, I'm only on day 1, I'm not supposed to, I'm just gonna bust these nuts. That's why it's so hard. And that chase, woo, man. That's why it's just best to don't even think, don't even say to yourself, well, it's always tomorrow. Well, you seen for me, if you relapse, it can take you like a good 2 to 3 weeks just to get back on track. So just keep going with it, keep going with it. We're all in the same boat here. This two step, it's okay, man. As long as you stick to the journey, you pass 90 days. Learn from the fails always. I fapped nearly 100 times these past 2 years on NoFap. I'm on day 41 now. Keep going. I thought you were going to say you fapped 100 times these past 2 months. I'm going to say, wow, you fapped 100 times in 2 months. How you not dead right now? Not messing around. But no, yeah, man. You said 100 times in the past 2 years. I think I'm pretty close to you actually too. If not a little bit more, because man, I've been busting those nuts, especially over the past 2 years. But man, we all in this thing together, and we got this, man. We got this. I mean, that's the thing about NoFap. If you fail, you can always get up and keep going again. And then, we have the 360 waiver. I'm also on day 1. What messed me up was a wet dream. This time with a wet dream, it felt just like a relapse, like the exact same feeling, probably worse because you have no control over it. That's not a relapse to me personally. If you don't have any control over it, then you can't really call it a relapse. If you wake up in your pants and you have a bunch of semen, if you have a bunch of semen in your pants, I can see why you feel like you relapsed. But you didn't watch any porn, you didn't fap, so I mean, to me, I wouldn't call it a relapse. Me personally, I've never had a wet dream before. Can somebody explain in depth what a wet dream is exactly? Because I have no clue. Well, I have a gist of it, but I don't really know exactly what a wet dream is. I think it's like when you orgasm without touching yourself. And then Dr. Gaines responds to him and says, it may be psychological, of course. I don't know your situation, but even now, when I'm on NoFap, I get a wet dream. I'm really happy because it releases the stress, and it's natural. If you want to avoid it, though, sleep on your side. Since you're 14, it's normal for you. I tell you that much right now. Sleeping on your stomach doing NoFap is like sleeping on top of a mountain full of, you know, midgets ready to. I don't know where I'm going with this, but sleeping on your stomach doing NoFap is like sleeping on top of a ball of energy. It's like you literally just feel this tension. Because I remember when I was on like day 9, or especially like on day 23. Whew. It's like sleeping on my stomach, like on your that pelvis region. that area is so stimulated. It's so sexually stimulated. It's like you can just shoot some semen into like the sky, and then the clouds will open up from the top, and then a bunch of gold will just fall. That's what it feels like. I feel like it feels like just you just have all that inside of you, and that's the thing, man. That's we have to get over that initial uncomfortable feeling we have because it's very uncomfortable. It feels like you're just sleeping with like a bunch of weight on you, which it's like you're sleeping on top of something. It's weird, but man, I tell you, I know you feel, but sleeping. I want to like I don't want to like just change how I sleep though, just for NoFap, you know. I mean, sleep on your stomach or not, I don't know about sleeping on my side. That's uncomfortable for me, but I guess it depends on the person. But you definitely once you give them those streaks, and you start to feel that energy in your pelvis region, and you sleep in your stomach, and you just say you fantasize a little bit, and you on your stomach. You know how you when you fantasizing when you laying in your stomach, it's like it's a very stimulating feeling, and then you get a little bit of pre cum in your pants. It's like it looks like it's sort of like the pre cum comes out really easier, like much quicker when you on the higher days because you just have so much build up energy inside of you. It wants to come out. It has to release itself. But hey, I mean I wouldn't call it a relapse. And then Sean Grant says, "Get it together, bro. You slacking. Stop relapsing and go after that girl." LOL. Day 11. Day 11 here. Let's go. Man, you on that day 11? I remember, man. Day 11 is a good day. It's a good day. Then Dr. Gaines, yeah, morning relapse are the worst. But yeah, man, this is a journey. Failure is okay, but we have to keep trying to get better with tactics. Then Indigo TV says, there you go, guys. Every time we decide to take a break, you relapse. Well, or I got kidnapped or killed or whatever. But yeah, mostly because I probably relapsed. And it's probably because I'm relapsing every 2 days or so. So I don't want to make a video on day one again, then end up relapse the next day, and then it's just you know when it's time for you to just start over, and this is gonna be a streak where you go far. You just know it, you know. Typically for me, I know when it's time to go again for a good run is when like when I can when I can get to day two and not feeling any like strong chase effect urges. I don't really feel any urges on day two, and I'm able to just go through day 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and starts to go up. Then I start to get urges. That's when I know it's time to when I'm about to go on this long streak. But yeah, really quickly, yes, about time I actually did approach my first girl. I think it was like last week. I don't want to make a big deal out of it because it's not really a big deal. It's because I think we all like make things big deals. We make things big deals in our minds because we overthink them. And for me personally, it was like okay, so I was walking on campus, and I seen this girl. I thought she was pretty attractive. This is funny. I actually kind of I actually had this sort of, not sort of, but I had this huge crush on her in high school. This is like back when I was in like 10th grade. So I'm walking on campus, and I seen her before on campus too. And you know, the biggest thing I've ever said or gestured toward or gestured towards a girl was, "How you doing?" Well, I would not something like that. But as far as giving them a compliment or speaking to them, that was out. But yeah, I seen her a few times on campus by herself, and I had the opportunity to go talk to her. But did I? No, I had time for that. I felt the anxiety. I kept on walking. But this particular day, I was walking. I was on day one. I think day one or whatever. And I was walking. I walked. I seen her. I was like, okay, she's by herself. All you gotta do is just go and talk to her. What's the worst that can happen? Boy, I started to feel the anxiety creep up. I was getting a little nervous. That nervous feeling started to come get me. I was walking. I was like, for me, it's weird. Like you see an attractive girl. You start to walk by her. Your anxiety builds up as you walk by her. Then when you pass her, it goes down. But today I was walking, and my anxiety was building up as I was walking, getting ready to walk to her. But then this guy I sort of know was walking into the distance, and I see he's walking next to me, and I asked him how you doing and stuff like that. We talked for like 10 seconds, then we kind of left. By this time, when I seen him when we were walking, we walked by the girl, and I would just just small talk for like 10 seconds. And I guess that kind of helps, calm the anxiety because you get to talk to somebody before you actually talk to the girl, so you kind of warm yourself up a little bit. So as we walk by her, we leave. I say, we give her goodbyes, and he goes his way, and I'm about to, turn back around. I could have kept walking. I could have kept walking and say, no, I'm not gonna talk to her. I'll wait till next time. But I turned back around, and I walked up to her, and I turned back around and walked up to her. The anxiety was coming up a little bit, but I said, nope, this ain't gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. So I'm walking, I'm walking. I walk around. I walk around in front of her, and I'm like high five. It's like it's those high fives are. It's like good to it, It's a good opener. It gives you enough time to think of what you want to say, you know. It kind of breaks the ice, kind of calms everything down. So I get it's like I said, high five, sat down. Pretty much not really small talk, but the funny thing is I told her about NoFap actually. Um, you can't. I was just talking, rambling, and I said, I made this video series called NoFap. I said, what NoFap is? She said, no. I said, pretty much what a bunch of guys decided not going to masturbate anymore, something like that, or masturbate the point. I said, is that too much information? um, she really didn't give an answer, but it was pretty cool. We talked for like 10 to possibly 15 minutes. And when you talk, it feels pretty good to like when you after the conversation over, it feels pretty good to get it out of the way. It's like, man, it's not that serious. It's just another human being. It's not that serious. So I think I didn't ask for a number thing like or anything like that. But if the next time I see her, I know I can. I did it before. I can do it again. Talk to her. This time I'm gonna focus on giving more compliments and being more flirty, not just disrespectfully sexual, but like a little bit show more intent that I actually think she's pretty attractive and I actually like her. But it wasn't anything that it's not the big of a deal. You can't really make too much big of a deal out of things, like speaking to an attractive girl because after all she's just a human being. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. But after that day, I kind of felt like I can just talk to any girl now. I mean, I felt pretty good after that day. Didn't really feel too much anxiety after that. I guess that's how big it is, just to actually just make that initial approach. In the comment section, you guys, if you guys have approached the girl, how'd you guys feel for your first quote unquote approach? How'd you guys feel? Were you guys nervous or whatever? Give your stories in the comment section so I can read them. So I can read them on the next video, and we can all laugh about how nervous you were, but you did it anyway. So you accomplished that. You did it. You didn't let that fear control you. You did it. But I'm sure it's some funny parts in you guys' story. So drop your stories in the comment section so we can laugh. I can read them in the next video. But yeah, yeah, man. I guess that's the end of the day 2 video, and I see you guys tomorrow for day 3. But yeah, man. I see you guys tomorrow. No relapses.